Welcome, champion. How do you do? Greetings to you, my beautiful listeners and handsome audience. Before we get into today's objective, always remember to choose life. Always remember that life is best. Welcome to today's session. Mommy, our auntie gave us assignments. Assessment, a beautiful new chapter. So our focus will be concentrated on assessment. Assessment begins from the first week of school. That's the resumption week. That's week 1. That's when assessment automatically begins. Now, on the first week of school, you start hearing teachers will start seeing start coming to classes to observe their periods. If you come to classes to observe their period, right? If not all teachers, but some teachers will start to give out assignment, classwork, right? Some teachers go as far as giving welcome tests, right? So assessment begins from the first week of school. That's the resumption week. And it keeps going like that because by the second week, a lot of students, or almost all the students, would have resumed, and all teachers will become very active, and periods will become regular in school, right? So that means assessment 1 through week 1 continues with week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, week 9, and so on, right? We run through to the very last week of that vacation week. Now, when you talk about assessment, what comes to your mind? Assessment is made up of classwork, assignments, termly projects, continuous assessment, tests, and examination. That's why you still see teachers giving classwork after they've taught. You see mathematics teachers give, here is your classwork after teaching trigonometry, geometry, probability. Now you see some teachers also give take home assignments, homeworks, right? And we have termly projects, termly group projects, we have termly personal projects. All of these things are assessment. There are marks allocated to all of these students' activities. Same thing with continuous assessment test. Some schools have CA1, while some schools have CA2, and same with examination, right? All of these have marks allocated to each of these activity. Now, let's discuss assessment. Now, assessment means the evaluation of students using instruments like class tests, projects, assignments, and examination. So, in sessions to come, we are going to dissect each of these assessments: the classwork, the assignment, termly project, continuous assessment test, and all of that. We are going to talk about the marks allocated. Some classworks you have 5/5, you have 10/10, you have it depending on the subject teacher. Why we have assignments as well. You have 2, you have 5/5, you have 3/3, depending on the subject teacher. And as well, we have termly projects. Some schools is 10, some schools is 15, some schools is 5 marks. So it depends on the subject teacher as well, right? So we are going to talk about we've talked about assessment. Now, finally, to back up today's session, share your experience and let's hear from you on how you handled assessment. You are out of school and you want to share, you want to talk about your experience and how you handle assessment, such as class tests, assignment, project, termly examination. Do that in the comment section. I remain your own host, best educator. See you in the next podcast session. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.